It's not as well known as the Federal Reserve or the CDC, but the Surface Transportation Board is the latest agency in the Trump administration's sights as the president extends his power across the federal government, including agencies and institutions long considered independent. The board wields enormous authority over the nation's railroads, and President Trump abruptly fired Robert Primus, one of only 2 Democrats on the 5-member board, just as regulators weigh the largest railroad merger ever proposed. Robert Primus joins us now. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So you're a Democrat who was nominated for the role by President Trump back in 2020.
Yes.
And you were fired without cause, the White House only saying that you did not align with the president's America First agenda. What's your response to that?
The first response was surprise. The second was disappointment. If you looked at my record in the 4.5 years I've been on the board, I think I was America First before the president came into office. From my first day I was there, I was pro-growth, and pro-growth meaning encouraging the growth of energy sectors, whether it be oil, whether it be coal, gas, ethanol, agriculture, chemical manufacturing. All those are key components to our economy, and all those move via freight rail. And I've said then, and I continue to say that the way to grow this country and grow this economy is to grow our freight rail network. And so when I heard that somehow I was against the America First, I was surprised because I was first to do that.
And we should say this dismissal comes, as we said, a pivotal merger is looming. Union Pacific's planned $85 billion acquisition of Norfolk Southern. Your removal changes the board's makeup just as that decision approaches. What does the administration gain by having you out of the way?
Well, I mean, as I still consider myself a board member, so I can't comment on the merger. But what I think it does is it challenges the integrity of the board. Again, that is why I'm fighting back. That's why I'm really disappointed in their actions, because now it calls into question the integrity of the board. The board is an independent board, not just independent of the administration, but it's independent of outside thinking, political thinking. All of us, I think, that were on the board are independent thinkers. I pride myself that when I came to the board, even though I came as a Democrat, I was simply a board member. And I think now with what has happened to me and how they are approaching the board now, I think it threatens that independence, that impartiality, and ultimately some of the decisions people will now question whether or not they're politically motivated or if they're actually being decided impartially.
And you say you still consider yourself to be a board member, so you are contesting this dismissal.
I am contesting this dismissal. As you said, I was fired without cause. And the statute says that the president cannot dismiss me without stating justified cause. And there was no legitimate cause mentioned, even not being in touch with the America First agenda or in line with the America First agenda. That does not constitute a legitimate cause. And so on behalf of board members now, as in future, I believe it's my right to stand up and say, hey, that's not right, and I think this needs to be challenged.
Why do you think you were singled out?
I don't know. So if I say something, it's speculative. I can say that some have said that it's because of my opposition to the previous merger, and they fear that my voice may be strong in this next one, though I have not said one way or another how I feel about the merger publicly. Some have said it could be race. I am the only person of color on the board right now. The last one was 25 years ago, and I was actually the only black, or the first black chair of the board appointed by Biden last year. But I will note that even when that happened, and even when I was named to the board, I never brought that forward, because I don't believe that it was about who I was or my ethnic background that made me qualified to be on the board. I was on the board because people thought that I would be impartial and I would be fair and balanced in looking at all those decisions coming before us.
Robert Primus of the Surface Transportation Board, thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.